The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The Health Department reports 18 new cases of the UK variant of COVID-19 in the country. This brings the total number of B117 infections in the Philippines to 62. Now, these new cases were detected from over 700 samples sequenced by the UPPGC on February 18. Now, among the new UK variant cases, 13 were identified as returning overseas Filipinos who have now recovered. These individuals entered the country back in January. 3 other cases who were also tagged as recovered were reported in the Cordillera Administrative Region. Meanwhile, the DOH is verifying whether the last 2 B117 infections are local cases or returning overseas Filipinos. The agency also reported that cases of the earlier reported mutations of concern have climbed to 34. This after 3 additional samples tested positive for both the N501Y and the E484K mutations. Now, all these cases of mutations are from Central Visayas region. The Pasay City government has imposed a 14-day lockdown on 33 barangays in a business establishment due to a spike in COVID-19 cases. To tell us more about this, we have Owe Pimlo. He's head of the city's Central Command Center. Hello, sir.
Hello po, ma'am po. Good afternoon po, everyone.
Apologies, Miss Owe. Riza Diaz here. Ma'am, questions. How did the Pasay government choose which barangays would be placed under stricter quarantine, and why did the LGU lock down one business establishment in particular?
Okay. We decided to close down a certain barangay if they have 3 cases and above. And then the business establishment was closed because we have more than 5 cases positive in that establishment. Plus, we found out some irregularities when it comes to implementations of the IATF protocols as to the social distancing and stuff.
Ma'am, how are the residents taking this lockdown, and what forms of assistance will the LGU be extending to those that are going to be affected?
Of course, we expected resistance from the residents, but we actually meet up with all the punong barangays together with our PNPs, and then we actually explain it to them, the pros and cons of our decision. And the city government is actually providing food packs to the affected barangays or household in particular. We actually put quarantine or it's not actually the whole barangay we put under ECQ. It's actually a localized ECQ. It means that if there's one household who have cases of COVID in there, that household will be placed under ECQ. Or if there is more than 2 clusters in one street, then the whole street will be placed under ECQ.
Ma'am, do we have any information as to what perhaps caused the spike in new infections in Pasay City?
We're looking at, because of the programs that the city government is doing, we never stop doing the massive testing. And another issue we're looking at, because people became more complacent in following the protocols. Some of the residents, there's already so many residents that we penalized because of not following the IATF protocols. Another issue we're looking at is because Pasay is a travel city, meaning there's loads of people who come in and out of the city because the airport is here, and then the MRT station, the biggest MRT station, is actually in Pasay as well. So those are the considerations we're looking at.
Ma'am, we'll take this opportunity to ask also about the latest information on the city's government's vaccine rollout.
We are in the process of doing our micro planning. We're proud to say that we're actually in time and everything is in place. We already have outsourced places for our storage for our vaccine. So we have a task force that's looking into it and monitoring every step of the way.
Thank you, ma'am, for your time and for your insights. That was Ma'am Owe Pimlo of the Pasay City General or Central Command Center. Meanwhile, in world news, Russia has approved its third COVID-19 vaccine called Covivac. The Covivac vaccine is approved for domestic use, although large-scale clinical trials of the shot have yet to begin. The preemptive approvals had raised concerns among medical experts. Covivac shots will be given in 2 doses, 14 days apart. It can be stored at normal fridge temperatures of 2 to 8 degrees Celsius. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. More evacuation efforts are underway amid the threat of Tropical Storm Auring. In an earlier interview here on One News Now, NDRRMC spokesperson Mark Timbal reported that over 3,000 families or nearly 11,000 individuals across different regions have left their homes.
We have received reports from Region 7, Region 8, Region 10, and Caraga of a total of 3,162 families that had been preemptively evacuated in view of the arrival of Tropical Storm Auring. These 3,162 families can be translated to more or less 10,911 individuals that had been evacuated.
Timbal advised residents to coordinate with their respective LGUs and follow health protocols once evacuated.
If they have told you that evacuation is already being required, please make sure that you cooperate, bring your go bags, and please make sure that you wear your face mask, your face shield, and bring your sanitizers, and make sure that you observe proper physical distancing while evacuating and staying in evacuation centers.
Pag-asa reports that Tropical Storm Auring continues to maintain its strength as it begins to move northwestward. Auring's center was last spotted near Hinatuan, Surigao del Sur. The tropical storm packs maximum winds of 65 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 80 kilometers per hour. Auring is expected to make landfall over the Dinagat Islands, Eastern Samar Leyte area between tonight or tomorrow early morning. It's forecast to continue moving generally west-northwestward to northwestward in the next 48 hours. The central and southern portions of Eastern Samar as well as Dinagat Islands and Surigao del Norte are under signal number 2. Signal number 1, meanwhile, has been placed over several areas of the eastern part of the country. In other news, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service reports that scientists in Colorado have cloned an endangered ferret. This black-footed ferret, named Elizabeth Ann, was born in December last year using frozen cells from another ferret. Scientists believe their efforts to recover endangered species will help increase genetic diversity and disease resistance. Now, this particular ferret was believed to be extinct until a Wyoming rancher discovered some near his property back in 1981. Elizabeth Ann is a descendant of Willa, a ferret who lived over 30 years ago. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.